Commercial property in Plymouth, maritime and industrial growth. Right, let's talk Plymouth. You know that often overlooked gem tucked into the southwest corner of Devon? It's not just a port city. It's a city with salt in its veins and steel in its bones. And when it comes to commercial property, Plymouth's maritime and industrial growth is quietly powering one of the UK's most underrated markets. Honestly, if someone had told me 5 years ago that I'd be watching investors fight over warehouses in Cadogan, I'd have laughed. But here we are. First off, location, and yeah, Plymouth sits on one of the deepest natural harbors in the world. That's not just trivia, it's strategy. Businesses dealing in logistics, marine engineering, defense, and even offshore renewable energy are eyeing this city. Babcock International and Princess Yachts aren't here by accident. They know the score. Let me give you an example. A client of mine, a Bristol-based investor, picked up a light industrial unit near the dockyard back in 2021. Back then, it was a bit of a punt. The area looked tired. Too many roller shutter doors and not enough ambition. Fast forward 18 months, and that same unit is now leased to a green tech startup involved in retrofitting fishing vessels to run on hybrid fuel. The rent jumped 30%. No joke. And that's just one story. The maritime sector is seeing a quiet boom. And not the flashy kind. This is about logistics, engineering, supply chains. Businesses that need yards, loading bays, and water access. Mountbatten, Millbay, even further out into Plymstock. These are becoming hotspots. Sort of like when Shoreditch started buzzing, but with less coffee and more cranes. Oh, and let's talk about Oceansgate. If you don't know the name, learn it. This isn't just another business park. It's being built out specifically for marine enterprise. Think research facilities, offices, testing grounds. The MOD is sniffing around, along with marine scientists and international R&D firms. I had a tour of one of the Phase 2 units last autumn. Practically had to wrestle another agent just to book a slot. That's how competitive it's getting. But don't get too comfortable. Plymouth still has its quirks. Planning can be a maze, and older industrial estates, I'm looking at you, Lee Mill and Ernesettle, can feel frozen in time. Some units are outdated, leaky, asbestos-ridden boxes that need serious TLC, and a patient investor with deep pockets. Still, if you're savvy, there's gold in the rust. Rents? Still comparatively affordable. Pounds to £9 per square foot for standard B1, B2 spaces, though that's rising fast. Offices are a mixed bag. Central Plymouth has some decent stock, but demand's been patchy. The post-pandemic hybrid shift hit the office market hard, especially in places like the Crescent or North Hill. Some businesses are returning, but it's cautious. Retail? Don't get me started. Actually do, because despite all the doom and gloom about high streets, Plymouth has something going for it. Footfall. Students, tourists, naval personnel, they all pass through the city center. Independent traders are finding success where chain stores failed. I helped a local baker lease a former Ladbrokes unit on Mutley Plain. At first glance, it was a weird choice. But 3 months in, the shop's packed every morning. Cinnamon buns over slot machines. Who'd have guessed? Now, here's a little wild card for you. Light industrial meets hospitality. Yep, sounds bonkers. But I've seen 2 warehouse-to-brewery conversions go live in the last year. One in Stonehouse, another just off Union Street. These places are attracting serious weekend traffic. And we're talking craft beer tourists, not just locals. Imagine buying a warehouse for storage and turning it into a destination. That's the kind of imagination Plymouth rewards. And while we're at it, keep an eye on Freeport status. Plymouth is one of the government's designated Freeport areas, meaning tax breaks, customs benefits, and all the buzzwords investors like to hear. It's still early days, but if even half the planned projects go through, demand for commercial space will rocket. To wrap it up, wait, no wrapping up. Just remember this, Plymouth's not the city of the future. It's the city of now hiding in plain sight. And if you're willing to look past the peeling paint and the sea mist, there's opportunity on every corner. Just bring your boots. The ground's uneven, but rich.